Typhoon Odette continues to intensify after leaving the Philippine area of responsibility. Now, apart from leaving a trail of death and destruction in its path, Odette also left many passengers stranded due to shuttered ports and canceled flights. A vaccine expert says there's actually no scientific basis to claim that COVID vaccines can build herd immunity. And in sports, Blackwater's woes continues as they get dished out their 23rd straight loss. And is it even safe for women to spend a lot of time in the metaverse? Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know to jumpstart your Sunday. I'm Riza Diaz. Typhoon Odette continues to intensify after leaving the Philippine area of responsibility. The typhoon is located 320 kilometers northwest of Pag-asa Island with maximum sustained winds of 195 kph and gustiness of up to 240 kilometers per hour. Now, Odette will move northwestward to northward today through tomorrow early morning. Now, it's also expected to intensify in the next 12 hours, but seen to be downgraded to severe tropical storm category by tomorrow afternoon or evening. Now, Odette will bring light to moderate with at times heavy rains over the Kalayaan Islands. Signal number 1 is currently in effect over the Kalayaan Islands, but there it is likely to be lifted before noon today. Now, the Budget Department says government agencies assisting typhoon-hit areas may ask for additional quick response funds if necessary. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III asked DBM for a budget to repair damaged health facilities following the onslaught of Odette. Now, Budget Undersecretary Kim Robert De Leon said agencies have built-in quick response funds. Once completed, they can request to replenish their QRF, which they will be charging from the remaining balance of the NDRRM fund for 2021. Thousands of passengers remain stranded after numerous seaports have shut down due to Typhoon Odette. JC Cosico with the details.
65-year-old Mercy Cortez is among the passengers stranded at the Manila North Port Terminal. She was supposed to go to Palawan, but Typhoon Odette forced her to stay at the port for 3 days already.
Kung uuwi ho kami, mas lalong malaki ho ang magagastos na naman namin. Tapos babalik na naman kami, gano'n na naman, gastos na naman.
She hopes to get a ride soon, as it would be her first time to return to her hometown after more than 3 decades.
Ito talaga pinaghandaan kung makauwi ako sa amin.
Kaya nangyari?
Ang nangyari ho, puro cancel. Kahit ngayong Pasko nga ho, sir, makasama ko lang sila.
Another senior citizen, Jocelyn Prospero, who even brought her grandchildren with her, is dealing with the same situation.
Gusto lang namin makauwi kami, makasakay.
Stranded passengers are also worried as Palawan-bound trips on December 22 and 24 were canceled. But travel provider Company To Go sent them a message yesterday that there will be a trip today. However, Jocelyn and Mercy are not included in the list of passengers allowed to travel. For its part, the Philippine Coast Guard has been trying to aid stranded passengers. However, communication lines remain down in Palawan, which makes it hard for them to coordinate with the local government.
Sa puerto kasi ang regulation diyan, pagka kailangan may endorsement galing sa kanila, otherwise hindi ka makakapag-travel. Subukan lang namin tawagan yung area commander namin doon through sat phone o sa barko. Kung makakonect kami, sabihin namin yung problema.
For now, stranded passengers will not be allowed to go home yet as the weather condition in Palawan has yet to improve.
Pwede siguro magsakay lang yung tugo at mag-ready lang, hintayin na bumuting panahon para pagka sinabi ng pag-asa na clear na, we will also lift the suspension.
So far, the PCG reports over 2,000 passengers, drivers, and cargo helpers stranded across Visayas and Mindanao due to Typhoon Odette. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
Cebu Pacific has canceled international and domestic flights due to Typhoon Odette. The airline canceled flights from Dubai to Cebu and Cebu to Manila today and on Monday and on Tuesday. Now, this as Mactan Cebu International Airport is still restoring regular services after sustaining damages in Odette's aftermath. The airport will also receive only 600 international arriving passengers per day from December 21 to the 25th. With operations at the Puerto Princesa International Airport still suspended, Cebu Pacific also canceled flights from Puerto Princesa to Manila. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The health department says they are still studying the vaccination of children aged 5 to 11 years old. Speaking at the Laging Handa briefing yesterday, Health Undersecretary Mirna Cabotaje said the agency is hoping to inoculate children aged 5 to 11 years old by next year. But she adds that there's need to be an EUA first.
Importante, may emergency use authorization na pinag-aaralan yan ng mga experts sa 5 to 11. Although sa Department of Health, we have considered planning it for next year in the likelihood na pabigyan na rin yung bakuna ng 5 to 11.
Meanwhile, Cabotaje said the government aims to vaccinate 54 million Filipinos by the end of the year. Currently, only around 43 million have received the jabs. She also calls on senior citizens to get vaccinated as soon as possible.
We are targeting 54 million by the end of the year. Medyo mababa, hindi pa rin natin sapat na hihikayat lahat ng ating mga senior citizen at 74%. Kailangan pa rin natin itaas yung pagbabakuna ng ating mga senior citizen.
Now, according to one Philippine Solidarity vaccine trial member, there is no scientific basis to claim that COVID-19 vaccines can build up herd immunity. Speaking at an interagency webinar, SVT member Dr. Marisa Alejandria said the vaccines currently used under EUAs are effective in preventing only severe disease and death and not infection. Thus, she said there is no data that proves current available shots can prevent mass infection. However, Alejandria also said that these vaccines can still be used against the variants and that they will continue their clinical trials seeking to find a vaccine that may block COVID transmissions. The NLEX Road Warriors dominated Terra Firma in the 46th PBA Governors Cup yesterday. NLEX is now leading the pack with a 4-0 slate after players KJ McDaniels and Kevin Alas dished out 34 and 20 points respectively. NLEX stayed hot from the start to finish, ending the game at a whopping 116-86. Meanwhile, the San Miguel Beermen demolished Blackwater Bossing and handed them their 23rd straight loss. From the start, the Beermen had a lead on Blackwater, forcing the latter to play catch-up the entire game. Now, the game ended with San Miguel scoring 26 points more than Blackwater, 107-88. And the PBA action continues today. Rain or shine, Elasto Painters will play against the Magnolia Hotshots at 3 p.m. While at 5:30 in the afternoon, Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters will face Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Now, being a woman, even in this day and age, can sometimes be hard. In the metaverse, which is mostly populated by men, being a woman is enough for some situations to turn awkward. Join Bloomberg's Parmi Olsen as she tries to navigate her way inside the metaverse. Let's watch this.
This is my balcony. It's pretty cool. I'm just about to put on this Quest 2 virtual reality headset, which I have on loan from Meta Platforms Inc., aka Facebook. And I've had this for a few weeks, and I've been going on to several different social VR platforms. And I'm gonna put it on now so I can go try and mingle with some people in the metaverse. Hi there.
How do you have such cool hair? How do these people have really cool hair like that?
Oh, you're speaking to someone with very cool hair.
No, how cool is that, guys?
Oh, true.
My avatar.
Well, oh, hey, it's Mirror. Hey, it's me. Hi. Oh, we got watches. I've just dropped into a business networking event. Hi there. Is there a portal I need to jump into? What made you buy the Quest and like try this out? What got you interested in VR?
At first, I thought it was gonna be kind of gimmicky. I was like, "Who wants?" Like, I heard that the metaverse announcement by Mark Zuckerberg, and I was like, "That's silly. Who wants to do that?" And then I got one just to see, and I was like, "This is like super cool. Like, I see the value in this."
So I'm just gonna take the headset off. So having visited a few different social platforms in the metaverse, it struck me that this is going to be one of the most compelling aspects of virtual reality. Not just for me personally, gaming is fun, immersive video is fun, but social interactions is, if I owned one of these, would be what I'd want to continue returning for, to meet the people that I have friended in places like Altspace VR or in VR Chat or in Horizon venues.
I gotta go back to work, but y'all are cool. I'm gonna add y'all as friends in here.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll see y'all in here in the future.
But an undercurrent of all of this is definitely an issue with policing behavior. Going on as a woman felt kind of awkward. I was definitely a minority among what is a mostly male population of avatars in most of these spaces. And what tends to happen in a couple of locations is you get noticed more. So for example, when I went to Facebook's Horizon Venues platform, I had a lot of male avatars just kind of suddenly zoom over to me, just by virtue of the fact that I was an anomaly, being female. And it did feel very uncomfortable. And in another platform, I had a guy just trying to follow me around, and myself and another woman who were there actually had to try and mute and block him. So there are tools that we have in these platforms to essentially protect ourselves, to stop unwanted behavior. And I think policing behavior, if it gets worse, is going to be really, really difficult for these companies to do. It's computationally intensive. It's going to be expensive. It's going to require a lot of manual work to hear what people are saying, to watch what they're doing, and to do it at scale. That the problems that Facebook has been dealing with in the last few years with issues like hate speech and misinformation, it cannot run away from that. Mark Zuckerberg is not going to be able to run away from those difficulties in the metaverse because they're going to just come back to haunt him.
Well, nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, nice meeting you too.
Nice to meet you too. Well.
I gotta head off as well.
Bye.
See you later, guys.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later again at 9 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch one news on a Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.